Joining us now live is someone who attended the parade, Republican Congressman Cory Mills of Florida. He is an Army combat veteran and Bronze Star medalist. Congressman, thank you so much for joining us. First and foremost, we appreciate your service, especially on the 250th anniversary of the Army. I wonder what was going through your mind as you were watching the parade and what you hoped that it would achieve.
I mean, more than anything, just pride. The fact that we watched our greatest forces walk through the parade. People applaud them. People honor and respect them. 250 years, our armed forces has not only given us freedoms and liberties, but has kept us safe. And tonight, to be able to honor them on the 250th birthday, it was just such a prideful thing for me.
It is obviously a historic anniversary worthy of a recognition, but there are several lawmakers, including colleagues in your own party, who have questioned the expense. Roughly $45 million we understand that the parade cost, and it comes at a time when Republicans are trying to cut government spending and when the Army itself is facing some questions about finances. Is it the right time to spend almost $50 million on a parade?
Well, what a lot of people also don't understand is that a lot of this was done through private funding. A lot of it was done with the help of Oracle and Lockheed Martin and Coinbase and a couple of others. So it's not all coming out of the taxpayers' money per se. But also we need to think about this and what it achieves with regards to recruitment goals and retention. Under the last administration, we saw recruitment at an absolute deficit, one that we haven't seen before. And we were worried about retention levels as well. This, in fact, is going to see us, in my opinion, not only are we hitting recruitment levels, but I think this is going to see a max recruitment level in retention. As we saw tonight, people recruiting and being sworn into office right there on the parade.
I'm sure you've heard the attacks on President Trump over this happening on the same day as his birthday. There's also concern, and he didn't do it tonight. His speech stayed far away from politics, but on previous occasions during his speech at West Point and during one earlier this week at Fort Bragg, he's been accused of politicizing the military. I wonder what you make of that.
Look, at the end of the day, he is our commander-in-chief. He can go up there and talk about the difficulties that we've faced in previous administrations and what the challenges are ahead. He can talk about what this administration has done in its first 100 days and what it's going to continue to do. That's not being politicized. That's just coming out and talking about where we were, where we're going, and what we're going to do to try and get there.
Congressman, it has been a sort of split-screen day. We've been tracking four major stories throughout the day. One of them is the No Kings protests, which we're watching unfold across the country. Some 2,000 planned demonstrations, largely peaceful. The only sort of minor incidents that we've seen, some demonstrators throwing rocks and things at police officers in Los Angeles, police officers dispersing chemical irritants to push them back. None of the violence that we saw, at least initially in Southern California. The organizers here say that they want to reject authoritarianism, that they don't want to put billionaires first in politics, and they reject the militarization of our democracy. What's your message to those folks that are being peaceful, that are using their First Amendment rights, that aren't being violent with officers? Because just from reading, the overlaying message, No Kings, it seems to be what America was founded on.
That's exactly right. What an appropriate name, No Kings. That's what we're celebrating with the 250th anniversary of the Army, knowing that the Continental Army is the one that freed us from a monarchy, freed us from King George, freed us from dictatorship and tyrannical rule. And so I absolutely applaud those who are actually acknowledging their First Amendment rights. That's what we're supposed to be doing. I'm a true constitutionalist. I believe in our 7 articles and 27 amendments. That's what I fight to defend. And so those who want to share their voices, do it not only at the ballot boxes, but peacefully on any protest that you'd like. I think that's something that we should always try and protect.
And what about their criticisms of the current administration?
Well, you're going to have criticisms of anything. I mean, it's no different than the last administration, the one before that, the one before that. We have political affiliations. We believe in a certain set of ideologies, and I think that everyone has a right to their own opinion, and that's fine. Congressman,
we have to leave the conversation there, but I did want to give you an opportunity to respond to the tragedy we saw in Minnesota, those lawmakers that were assassinated and another state senator and his wife that were sent to the hospital.
Well, look, I mean, first and foremost, my heart goes out to the families, my deepest condolences. But, it's okay to have civil discourse. It's okay that we don't have to agree 100% of the time. But to take violence to be the actual answer is atrocious. And I absolutely condemn any who actually use violence in an effort to try and go ahead and silence those who are sworn in to do a job.
Congressman Cory Mills, we appreciate the time. Thank you so much for joining us.